Hey guys, this is Caleb's Cards here. I'm coming at you with part 2 of the index card collection. This will probably actually be split up into 3. So we'll see how far we can get in this one. Excuse the background noise. My dog is eating his breakfast late. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got Don Herman, former wide receiver for the Giants and Saints. Robert J. Modrzewski, U.S. Marines Vietnam Medal of Honor recipient there. And there's Frank Malzoni, rated field and third baseman from the Red Sox, and then he signed 2 index cards there. There's George Mendoza, the famous life photo, sailor kissing the nurse. Signed index card. Jimmy Williams, former Blue Jays manager, and coached the Red Sox and Astros later in his career. And then Bill Yost is played by Will Patton in the movie Remember the Titans. He is a World War II veteran. And there's the back. There's Gary Peters, 1963 AL Rookie of the Year, former Yankees pitcher and White Sox pitcher as well. Got Eddie Casco, longtime player and manager. Lynn Swan, Hall of Fame wide receiver. He only signs index cards. Bill Lewick, former guard for the Packers and Eagles. Bobby Doerr, baseball Hall of Famer, the oldest living Hall of Famer, and World War II veteran. George T. Cicado, lives here in Denver. He's a Medal of Honor recipient for World War II. We'll both sign the back there. There's Jim Tracy, former Rockies manager. Marvin Rackley, World War II veteran. Fenton Moy, World War II veteran with the Yankees. Jim Tracy signed the back, and Marvin Rackley signed the second one. Got Ron Wolf, Hall of Famer from 2015. Football. Dan Orlick, World War II veteran, played for the Packers. Bob Lartzema, put the inscription New York Giants on that one. On this side put the Vikings, and then the Super Bowl inscriptions. We got Jim Ewell, a former quarterback, World War II veteran. Got Alan Richter, former Boston Red Sox pitcher and World War II veteran. Signed the logo as well. Tim Thompson, World War II veteran, former catcher. Johnny Ray, played in the early 80s and early 90s, second baseman. Fred Cox, kicker, invented the Nerf football. Also signed the back there. We got Gene Conley, former pitcher. I believe he threw a no-hitter. Joe Morgan, the former manager of the Red Sox. Put Red Sox manager 88 to 91. And Gil Black, former Negro League baseball player, played for the 1956 Indianapolis Clowns. And Joe Morgan, him signed the back. Or the second index card, I'm sorry. And Alan J. Kellogg, Vietnam Medal of Honor recipient. Ted Gianolis, that's not an index card, but a protective insert that the San Diego Chicken. It's Ted Gianolis. He sent that and a nice note to me as well. So that's very nice. And we got John Schmidt, former Jets Super Bowl winning team there in '67. Was a long-time center for him. Someone's on the back. Frank Bauman, former pitcher. James A. Taylor, Vietnam Medal of Honor recipient, U.S. Army. Marv Montgomery, former Bronco. That's the second one. Gene F. Kranz was the NASA flight director for Apollo 13. Was played by Ed O'Neill in the Apollo 13 movie with Tom Hanks. J.R. Vargas, Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam. Ted Qualick, former tight end for the 49ers. All three of those guys signed 2 of them. Marvin Upshaw, Gene Upshaw's younger brother. Albie Pearson, former outfielder for the Angels. Ralph Garr. Marvin Upshaw signed back. Joe M. Jackson, Medal of Honor Vietnam recipient in the U.S. Air Force. He eventually became a general. I don't have that marked. I think that's Robert. I'll have to go back and check on that one. I forgot the right guy's name. Sorry about that. And we got Hal Shacker, former baseball player. I think he might be a World War II veteran if I remember right. Michael J. Fitzmaurice, Vietnam Medal of Honor recipient. Howard V. Lee, Medal of Honor of Vietnam. Alexander Butterfield was in the U.S. Navy after World War II. Helped expose the Watergate scandal. He was also in the Korean War. The sign in the back, and there's a long note about his military career and stuff. So it's very nice. Mike Sensabaugh, former chief safety. Billy Taylor, running back for the Giants. Fred F. Hollins, former politician. He is a World War II veteran. Eddie Samkoff, former baseball player, World War II veteran. Vernon Law, longtime Pirates pitcher. Cy Young and World Series champs inscription on there versus the New York Yankees. That was a paid success for $8 with the card. Got Ed Mickelson. Hit the last RBI for St. Louis Browns in 9/27/53. He's a World War II veteran. Larry Miggins, also a World War II veteran, former Cardinal. Ron Hodges, former catcher for the Mets. Jackie Burkett, played Saints, Cowboys, and Colts. Signed 2 of them as well. Former Broncos coach led him to the first Super Bowl, Coach Red Miller. Signed in red, very appropriate for his name. Frank Bowling, former Tiger. Frank Lechesky, former Rangers manager. All 3 of those guys signed 2. Ron DeGray, former Phillies pitcher. John Fitzgerald, former center for the Cowboys. Gil Cogdill, former wide receiver for the Lions, was their MVP in '62, and that one he put Rookie of the Year in 1960. We got Luther, or also known as Luke Atkinson, former Negro League baseball player. Art Shalcock, played for the Yankees, World War II veteran. Leo Sugar, was a really good football player back in the 50s and 60s. Ron Riggs, former offensive tackle for the New York Titans in like 1948. James C. Livingston, card got damaged in the mail, but I still keep him. Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam. George B. Schultz, was the Secretary of State under Ronald Reagan, and he is a World War II veteran. That one got water damage there. Back. James P. Fleming, Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam. Johnny Grubb, former outfielder. Tigers and Padres and many other teams. Joe Altobelli, manager for the Giants and Orioles. Bill Sharp, former White Sox and Brewers outfielder, 1970s. Dennis Partee, former kicker and punter, Chargers. Roy Lee Stillman, outfielder for the White Sox. All 3 of them signed 2. Charlie Harper wrote a nice note to me, former guard for the New York Giants. Jeff Van Note was a very good center, made many Pro Bowl teams. He should be in the Hall of Fame, honestly. Played for a long time. Alan Bannister, former infielder. I believe he is related to Floyd Bannister. Manny Mota is the Dodgers hitting coach. Dick Gerner, great hitter from the 60s. Richard M. Sherman, Music writer, wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and a lot of songs to Mary Poppins. He didn't sign a card, he signed an index card, and it did get damaged in the mail really bad, fortunately. There's Jerry Burns, former Vikings coach. Willie Young, offensive tackle. Everett Bud Hampton, U.S. Marines, World War II veteran from Iwo Jima. There's Bucky Diltz, former punter for the Broncos, was on their Super Bowl team. Darryl Knowles, pitcher, and Tom Coulter, former Phillies pitcher. Ed Podulak, former Kansas City Chiefs running back, he's in the Chiefs Hall of Fame. Steve Henderson, former outfielder in the 80s. Pat Mattson, former guard for the Broncos and Bengals, and the Packers. Joe Devlin, former guard for the Buffalo Bills, 76 to 1989. Sam Weich, former Bengals coach. Ray Brown, former safety for the Falcons, signed that one in red, and he signed the second one in black because it looks like the Sharpie died and he finished it. And Mike Sadik, former infielder. Dick Stockton, former ESPN analyst. Eric Rake, former pitcher, Indians. Bobby Howfield, former kicker, Jets. Pete Athos, running back for the Giants. Emerson Jimenez, current Rockies prospect in the minor leagues. He signed 2 index cards. I did not expect him to do that. He signed also his rookie Bowman card from this year. George Genovese from the Washington Senators. He's a World War II veteran. Jeff Cook, former Phoenix Suns. Dalton Jones, former Red Sox utility infielder there. I skipped a spot there. Bud Lively, former Cincinnati Reds pitcher and World War II veteran. Marty Feldman, the first Oakland Raiders football coach. He's in the Stanford University Hall of Fame. World War II veteran with the Marines. There's Jeff Rutledge from Alabama. Vince Dooley, former coach, football coach. Bob Lewis. All 3 of those guys signed too. Norm Stewart, he's in the College Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame, I believe. Gil Cohen. Bill Hackton. And that's where we'll end it. So thanks for watching, guys. There isn't really any TTMs today, so thought I'd show you part 2. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 3. Bye.